Hi, everybody. My name is Jason.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And we are the YHWH and the Torah channel. We thank you guys very, very much for joining us. We are your family. You guys are our family. And we are deep into the book of Aḍam and Ḥawwah. And everybody, we thank you guys again for joining us and for actually watching this series. It has been a little more of a popular series than some of the other ones that we were at, which is actually kind of surprising. But today, we're going to hear some more even crazier stuff. So let's get into it. So we are on chapter 56. Then the word of Elohim came to Aḍam and said unto him, O Aḍam, look at that garden, joy, and at the earth of toil. And behold the messengers who are in the garden that is full of them. And see thyself alone on this earth, with Satan, whom thou didst obey. Yet if thou hadst submitted and been obedient to me, and hadst kept my word, thou wouldest be with my messengers in my garden. So it always comes down to the same stuff over and over and over.
Obey my commands.
Obey my commands. And this is what, from the front of the book to the end of the book, it has always been obey my commands. And there has been very rare time in the times of Yisrael, of the tribes, where they actually obeyed the commandments of our Creator. And so this is nothing new. All of this is not something that is just like, oh, well, we need to be obedient. That is what He has always said. All right, where are we at, 4?
Yep.
But when thou didst transgress and hearken to Satan, thou didst become his guest among his messengers that are full of wickedness, and thou camest to this earth, that brings forth to thee thorns and thistles. O Aḍam, ask him who deceived thee, to give thee the divine nature he promised thee, or to make thee a garden as I had made for thee, or to fill thee with the same bright nature with which I had filled thee. Ask him to make thee a body like the one I made thee, or to give thee a day of rest as I gave thee, or to create within thee a reasonable soul as I did create for thee, or to remove thee hence to some other earth than this one which I gave thee. But, O Aḍam, he will not fulfill even one of the things he told thee. Acknowledge then my favor towards thee and my mercy on thee, my creature, that I have not requited thee for thy transgression against me. But in my pity for thee, I have promised thee that at the end of the great 5.5, I will come and save thee. Then Elohim said again to Aḍam and Ḥawwah, Arise, go down thence, lest the cherub with a sword of fire in his hand destroy you. But Adam's heart was comforted by Elohim's words to him, and he worshipped before him. And Elohim commanded his messengers to escort Aḍam and Ḥawwah to the cave with joy, instead of the fear that had come upon them. Then the messengers took up Aḍam and Ḥawwah, and brought them down from the mountain by the garden with songs and songs and psalms, until they brought them into the cave. There the messengers began to comfort and to strengthen them, and then departed from them towards the Shalom, to their Creator, who had sent them. But after the messengers were gone from Aḍam and Ḥawwah, came Satan, with shamefacedness, and stood at the entrance of the cave in which were Aḍam and Ḥawwah. He then called to Aḍam and said, O Aḍam, come, let me speak to thee. Then Aḍam came out of the cave, thinking he was one of the Elohim's messengers that was come to give him some good counsel.
So this dude, he just can't stop picking on these people. These poor Adam and Eve, right? They don't really know what's going on. They don't really understand. And when he transforms himself into, they see what messengers look like, and he probably transforms himself to look like that. They're probably like, oh, it's a messenger. Let's go do what he says.
Yeah, and they just don't know his craftiness, or that his mission is to make us all fail, which is the same mission he and the demons have today. And, for anybody that is in a religion of a Christian church, that is where he's won. He's already won, because nobody there keeps commandments. Nobody there keeps the will of our Creator, which is his obedience to him. Okay, verse 1. But when Aḍam came out and saw his hideous figure, he was afraid of him, and said unto him, Who art thou? Then Satan answered and said unto him, It is I, who hid myself within the serpent, and who talked to Ḥawwah, and beguiled her until she hearkened to my command. I am he who sent her through the wiles of my speech to deceive thee, until thou and she ate of the fruit of the tree, and ye came away from under the command of Elohim. But when Aḍam heard these words from him, he said unto him, Canst thou make me a garden as Elohim made for me? Or canst thou clothe me in the same bright nature in which Elohim had clothed me? Where is the divine speech?
Divine nature.
Divine nature. Sorry, I was looking over at the dog, so I winged that just to, and it didn't work. Where is the divine nature thou didst promise to give me? Where is that fair speech of thine that thou didst hold with us at first when we were in the garden? Then Satan said unto Aḍam, thinkest thou that when I have spoken to one about anything, I shall ever bring it to him or fulfill my word? Not so, for I myself have never even thought of obtaining what I asked. Therefore did I fall, and did I make you fall by that for which I felt myself fell.
Satan's just like, I went down, I'm taking everyone else with me.
Yes.
That's his only goal at this point.
That is his only goal. And with you also, whoever accepts my counsel falls thereby. But now, O Aḍam, by reason of thy fall art under my rule, and I am king over thee, because thou hast hearkened to me, and hast transgressed thy Elohim, transgressed against thy Elohim. Neither will there be any deliverance from my hands until the day promised thee by thy Elohim.
So he pretty much admits, he's pretty much like, I'm a liar. I don't, anything I promise you will never come to be. So the people who like worship the devil, they're not going to get what they want in the end, right? They're not going to have a great kingdom in the end. They might have temporary something. Like Aḍam, like they ate the fruit, they had temporary whatever, joy or whatever, and then it's gone.
Bob Dylan, he said he sold his soul to the commander of darkness in this world and the world before, and he has to fulfill his duty, right? That is what all these Satanists and all these artists have done, is they've sold their souls. And Satan doesn't love them. He uses these people to get other people in there, and you have all these people singing with the Satanists, and it's just, it's a endless sin war. All right, where are we at? 9? 8. Again he said, inasmuch as we do not know the day agreed upon with thee by thy Elohim, nor the hour in which thou shalt be delivered, for that reason will we multiply war and murder upon thee and thy seed after thee. This is our will and our good pleasure, that we may not leave one of the sons of men to inherit our orders in Shamaim. For as our abode, O Aḍam, it is in burning fire, and we will not cease our evil doing. No, not one day, nor 1 hour. And I, O Aḍam, shall sow fire upon thee when thou comest into the cave to dwell there.
So this dude, he's just pure evil. Oh, all he wants to do is just hurt people, God's creature.
The voices are better too, though, right?
Yes.
You can see how evil this dude is. All right. When Aḍam heard these words, he wept and mourned and said unto Ḥawwah, hear what he said, that he will not fulfill aught of what he told us in the garden? Did he really then become our king over us? But we will ask Elohim, who created us, to deliver us out of his hands. All right, so last chapter.
They're scared of this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's really creepy, right? And
hideous looking.
All he's doing, he's like threatening them. I'm going to kill your children. I'm going to kill your generations. I'm going to make sure you guys are all suffering.
And they just came out of a fire, right? They had a fire in their cave, and they got completely owned. They got singed and burned, and now they have this hideous monster that's sitting there,
like tormenting them. He's just sitting there like scaring them.
Skeletor or something sitting there, going off on them. Okay, last chapter. Then Aḍam and Ḥawwah spread their hands unto Elohim, praying and entreating him to drive Satan away from them, that he would do them no violence, and do not force them to deny Elohim. Then Elohim sent to them at once his messenger, who drove away Satan from them. This happened about sunset on the 53rd day after they had come out of the garden. Then Aḍam and Ḥawwah went into the cave and stood up and turned their faces to the earth to pray to Elohim. But as they prayed, Aḍam said unto Ḥawwah, lo, thou hast seen what temptations have befallen us in this land. Come, let us arise and ask Elohim to forgive us the sins we have committed, and we will not come out until the end of the day, next to the 40th. And if we die herein, he will save us. Then Aḍam and Ḥawwah arose and joined together in entreating Elohim. They abode thus praying in the cave, neither did they come out of it, by night or by day, until their prayers went up out of their mouths like a flame of fire. All right, so there we go. This is the end of our reading today. As you can see, the same roaring lion that is seeking who he may devour is seeking you guys. He is seeking your children. He is seeking your spouse. He's seeking you. His ultimate goal is to turn you away in any way, shape, and form away from our Creator by either movies, entertainment, worldly possessions, worldly lusts, whatever it is. That is how Hasatan wants to get to you and take your family. He wants to hurt you. He wants to harm you. He wants to make sure that you are focusing on something other than Elohim. And this is where we must turn to our Creator. We must turn to obedience, full obedience. There's no left, there's no right. It is the straight way. It is the path. And there's a tiny gate. And there's a wide path that leads to destruction. And so we have this chance right here. We have a chance that we can read the Torah. We've been given this in our lifetime, a beautiful, wonderful, just an atrociously awesome gift, which is the Torah. And it's found in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Anything outside of that defeats and breaks Deuteronomy 4:2. We must be obedient. We must be loyal to our Creator, because our Creator is 100% loyal to us. He has given us life. He's given us a soul. He's given us a breath that we can breathe, and ears that we can hear, eyes that we can see. He's given us all of these, an understanding heart. We know right from wrong. We can understand that. We can grasp this. We can seek our Creator. And if we are taking everything that He's given to us and not caring, worshiping on a Sunday, and not giving a rip about anything, then we are not being loyal to our Creator.
All the devil wants us to do is break the commandments. He just want to make sure we're keeping any commandments.
Yeah, just break the commandments, fall away from our Creator, fall into His hands, and then He becomes king over you. And in this world that we are in, He's king over a lot of people. There's so many people that bow to the hands of Hasatan, bow to they're on their hands and knees to him. And if you're sitting in your, on a Christmas, on your knees to a Christmas tree that is a pagan Christmas tree, you're falling into the hands of Hasatan. If you're celebrating all these pagan festivals, you're falling in the hands of Hasatan. If you're having these potlucks full of pork and nasty stuff on a Sunday, on a first day instead of a seventh day, you've fallen into the hands of Hasatan. So guys, read your Torah, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We're out.
All right. Shalom.